Vine sat in her car, hands gripping the steering wheel. She just returned from a meeting with the potential heir of another business. The odds was in her favor as much as they were against her. She was absolutely tired. Her muscles ached as she looked at the flower bucket placed in the passenger seat, which brought a smile on her lips. She killed the engine and got off the car, taking the flowers along with the wine from the car and locked the car. Adjusting the flowers in her hands once, she entered her home and heard the voice of her husband, which brought her to peace immediately. He was busy on a phone call. He was a financial advisor, usually to clients from her home due to his illness. He was blind, but Ryan took pride in the fact how he never let that stop him from advancing. As soon as Wine entered, he paused the call. Wine smiled. Wine, it's me, sweetheart. Due to his blindness, his other senses were quite sharp. Once he was assured it was his wife, he continued the call and ended it as soon as he could. Wine could practically feel the urgency by which he ended the call. She walked up to him and wrapped his arms around his neck. Wine, hi baby. He held her cheek and pecked her lips. Jungkook, hi love. You smell like flowers. Wine, because I brought you them. She pulled back and picked up the flowers from the couch and handed them to him. He held them with such gentleness and smelled them. Jungkook might not show it, but she noticed how he loved getting showered with gifts, especially flowers. Jungkook, they smell amazing. I'm sure they look amazing too. Thanks, love. Wine. Can't say they look or smell better than you. He chuckled, and then she picked up the wine as well. Wine. I brought your favorite wine. Let's have a date night. Jungkook. Now, where is my warning? I stink. Wine laughed. Damn, he was always too serious about hygiene. Wine. You don't. You literally smell like shampoo and soap. Jungkook. That won't make me feel better. Wine. I'm not even lying. He wrapped his arms around her waist and pulled her to him. Jungkook. Come here. Let me test that. He started to place kisses all over her neck and then nuzzled his nose against her skin. Jungkook. You smell like lie written all over you. What shall I do about you now, hmm? Wine. You may fix that. He wrapped his other arm around her as well and kissed her. Wine kissed him back as well and felt the fatigue leaving her body. This man held a magic she could never understand. How could his company bring her mental as well as physical peace and wellness? Wine, you're mine. Jungkook, I am. All yours, love. They joined forehead together, and after Wine got changed into casual clothes, The two were now preparing the meal together. Jungkook was an absolutely hardworking person. He never let his weakness get in the way of anything. He could learn almost anything like a person who could use their eyes. He could cook as well, but tonight Wine told him it was a treat from her side, so he let her do it. Jungkook, you must be tired after a whole day of working. You didn't have to do all this now. Wine, I want to treat my husband a meal. Let me do that, baby. I'm fine. Try this for me. She moved the spoon in front of him to taste the soup. Jungkook, someone's in the mood? Won't work on me, sweetie. She scratched her nose and moved the spoon back. As much as she loved how well his other senses worked, but times like her tricks didn't work, made her pout. Wine, not fair. Jungkook, not fair would be if I took that soy sauce. You were for something. That expression on his face told her a nice punishment was waiting for her. She cleared her throat and this time actually made him taste the meal she was preparing and received a compliment from him. Jungkook crossed the table and back hugged her, digging his face in the crook of her neck. Jungkook, how's things at work? They're not too tiring, right? Wine, I told you about the deal I'm working on, right? I'm too close to securing it. Once it's done, I'll have a huge burden off my shoulders. Jungkook, you'll get it done. I know your abilities. I'll always support you. She smiled. Her fatigue was already gone, but she felt like any distress she was going to have in future was already healed as well. Fine. And yours? Everything going well? Jungkook. Yep. In fact, everything is going better than before. I'm able to secure more clients, enlarging my network, and ultimately, it benefits my agency. Vine, you know I'm proud of you. He removed the clip from her bun, letting her hair fall loose as he brushed his fingers through her silky, long locks. Once wine was done, she set up everything on the table and served the wine in glasses. The two had their meal and afterwards, soft music played in the background. As they had this sweet dancing moment, Jungkook sucked at it. He would always stumble, and sometimes the two would trip fall on the floor. It was just another memory of them laughing and rolling on the floor. Yet, now he could do it properly. Move with such grace like he was a prince born to dance in the ballrooms and courts. As they moved with grace along the rhythm of the music, the two souls found peace in each other, away from the world, right at a place they called home.